I'm gonna. There you go. Hi everyone. Little bit of technical difficulties on my end with both my mic and my headphones. So
I blame the Metrons.
yeah,
Yes.
you know what? It probably is their fault.
They experiment.
We don't believe that you're evolved enough to use tech like that.
Yeah. How dare you try to hear your friends?
Yeah.
Or
Your
speak
tech
to
problems are intriguing.
We might have to do it again with your headphones.
Yeah, it was with my mic, then my headphones.
Yeah.
So I welcome to the Tex-Trek first reaction stream for Terrarium, a word I did practice saying before I jumped on this call.
I've heard a lot of people say they have problems with that word. I never knew that was an issue.
No, I didn't realize either.
It's not a word that I necessarily like. It was a word I like double checked how to pronounce. If that makes sense. So I was just like, I think I know how to say that word, but let's just double check before I say it in front of everyone.
It's just like the Earth-based aquarium, so it's like
Terra.
Oh no, it's the Mirror Universe Aquarium.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's one with the mustache, but
yeah. Does everyone want to go around and introduce themselves real quick?
We'll start with me because Rachel's usually here, I think, but then we hit tech difficulties. Yeah. She had to go on and off. So I'll start. Hi, I'm Joel, and I'm usually on Fridays, but I believe we'll be joined by a special guest tomorrow night, I was told. So I migrated over to Thursday nights through time and space to talk about Terrarium. Look, I said it. Okay, now it's your turn to try and say Terrarium, Stan.
Terrarium.
You passed 100%.
Thank you.
The way you
Hello,
said it,
everybody.
I thought you were going to start spelling it right there.
I thought I was saying like Terrarium. Terrarium. Terrarium.
Did you use it in a sentence?
There is a great SNL sketch with Will Forte's spelling business that everybody should look up later. It's delightful.
Okay.
I'm Stan. I am the co-host of the Salon Star Trek podcast, which will be live tonight in an hour and 30 minutes or 25 at Salon Trek here on YouTube.
Oh, and I'm Aaron Harvey. Yeah. I'm here from here. No, just kidding. But you can find me here on Thursdays at the first reaction stream, and I'm on social media at Geek Filter because I wrote a book about Star Trek and made Star Trek comic book covers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that book. Which I think it might have actually ended up on a bookshelf at some point. I need to have it here.
You don't
have a bookshelf. No, it's supposed to sit in your chair next to you at all times.
Yeah. There was a great stream where Aaron was like, I don't have it next to me, and I did. It's like, we didn't prep that. I'm Rachel. I'm usually here and other places on the internet. Does everyone want to say what they thought about this episode?
Sure. I can start it. Yeah, I really like this one. It's some people, I know some people are really upset on the internet like they always are. It's like, it's too much enemy mine, but we already done that like twice in Star Trek or whatever.
3
times or whatever, and it still wasn't even original enemy mine, so whatever. Right. It was pretty good. It had some Martian in there too that didn't grow potatoes because she didn't have any, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty fun. We finally got our Ortegas episode, and I liked her. I liked our Skeksis Gorn, and what else? Yeah, it was a wormhole. Wormholes are fun.
I agree that wormholes are fun.
Or, wait, who's going next? The Gorn.
Stan.
Gorn buddy, go next.
Aaron went through the wormhole, so
that happens.
Yeah.
Best not to draw attention to it, but.
So what did you think about the episode, Stan?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear my name. I've come around to this episode. My first watch, and I still have some nitpicks, but this was a good episode. Not my favorite of the season, not my least favorite. I'm glad that we finally have addressed Ortegas's PTSD. It's been done fairly organically this season. It's been nice that it wasn't dropped completely the last couple of episodes. Well, yes and no, but it's at least been sprinkled throughout the season, and her sort of resolution, if it is completely resolved, happening through the enemy mine of it all was really interesting. I don't love the character, and I can't figure out if it's the material or the performance choices. I haven't seen Melissa in other things, so I don't really have a impression of her as an actress overall, but in Strange New Worlds, up until now, she's just been the annoying quip here and there, and an entire episode of that was a bit much. That said, I thought she did an admirable job acting against a screen and a stunt performer not fully doing well. I'm hoping they give us a behind the scenes video of how those scenes were filmed, because the Gorn was mostly practical, and so it would be interesting to see how she acted opposite of that stunt performer. I was very much taken out of it when the Metron showed up, although that particular Metron, this is where if we were on the salon, it would be triggering a problematic gay alert, because there was some sexiness happening with that Metron. That said, it was way too wavy, and after writing themselves into this weird Gorn problem, for them to just sort of wave it away this quickly with surprise, it was the Arena prequel. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. And it's, these are $10 million episodes that they get to play with. And I think they could be doing a lot more and saying a lot more. That said, I do need to start recognizing my own expectations have not been set by anybody but myself. And so I need to catch myself and not be a hypocrite. I think about Section 31 and how people were like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Well, it was exactly what they said it was going to be. So calm your tits. But that's just me. I enjoyed this episode. I still have qualms with this series. So I'm excited that they're moving forward. Also, just kill her. Like Ortegas is the only original character. So just kill her and get it over with. We know that's going to happen. They're just stretching it out too much. Rant over.
Going to some other universe or something.
Aaron, now that you're back from the wormhole.
Yes. I also the Metron thing was sort of like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. It was like part of the problem with Strange New Worlds this season, it feels like it's a lot more derivative than it had been in the past. So enemy mine is not new to science fiction or to Star Trek even. So I was kind of like, all right, but they were doing it well. And I love the fact that the Gorn was practical. And I'm hoping I wonder if that's actually something to do with their interaction with the Jim Henson Company. I wonder if he's related to that somehow. But not sure.
Very dark Dark Crystal.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the clothes. The clothes made it more.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. Her talking to herself kind of got old after a little while because it wasn't 100% natural sometimes. like why are you saying this out loud? I think if her log book or their log recording they hadn't crapped out, that would have been interesting because she could have just kept doing her logs. But no, they had a good use of the AR screen. That actually looked good. That was really cool. So I feel like this is like a lot of people really, really like it because it's now up to the average original Star Trek or any Star Trek. It's kind of like, yeah, it's good. Like if you saw this in a different series that had 26 episodes, I don't know how much of a standout it would be.
That's fair. I did enjoy this episode. So I did enjoy it. Yeah, I've never seen Enemy Mine. Obviously, I'm aware of the trope of them having to work together. So I watched this is an actor. I watched the episode with a couple people. They kept mentioning Enemy Mine, and I had to Google it in the middle of the episode because I was like, "What are they talking about?" And I did enjoy it. Like I said, it was derivative of things I've seen in a lot of science fiction, but since it was done well for the most part, I was like, okay, I can enjoy this. as someone who watches like literally like every version of Pride and Prejudice that comes out, I feel like it'd be hypocritical for me to be like, I can't watch the same thing again.
Yeah, I don't think there's any truly original story left to be told. It's
especially
romance, whatever. Like,
you could be more clever about it.
Where the interest comes from. The problem I have with this show is they're so derivative of other Trek, including the show that they're just rebooting at this point.
Mm-hmm. I think we tried when we were talking about it. We might have to get a little creative with watching Enemy Mine because it wasn't streaming anywhere like super easily.
Oh yeah. I think I might have that by this weekend.
Thank you, Aaron. Oh God! Now it's like, is the fact me admitting I've never seen Enemy Mine gonna make it like a Tex-Trek stream where like Rachel finally watches this 80s, right?
We could have a Patreon bonus video.
Yeah, we watch Enemy Mine.
Yeah, I think it was late 80s.
But I did enjoy, and there is a very monkey's paw thing where we're like more of Ortegas. They're like, fine, have some trauma for her. I did like. I think I did enjoy her performance in this, and I did really enjoy. I want to shout out that I really enjoyed Anson Mount and Celia Rose Gooding in this episode a lot, and Uda, who's Rebecca Romaine, I thought was also great, and like kind of not having the most fun role of having to be the one who has to point out that like she might be dead and we might need to go.
I loved it. Very first officer and very like, I care, but she's probably dead. We got colonists. Let's go.
We've got a vaccine to send, like I think that's come to every 3 months or whatever, and then like we're on that schedule now. I
would say I really liked the relation, like not relationship as in romance, but like relationship you saw between Pike and Uhura, where it's like almost paternal, and he was like kind of like, no, I know you fudged the numbers. I was willing to go with it. That is a great question. I would like to know how the date with Doug went.
Mm-hmm. Almost too good, I probably.
That's he's still there in her cabin.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Like it's her just her boy toy now.
Yeah. He's talking to all the crew members about how to be human.
Hey, Pike gets his live-in girlfriend, so it's only fair.
That's
right?
True. Who I assume we're getting a lot of stuff with her next week because there's definitely stuff in that trailer.
She's in that thing where they're shooting the beam at the
red lasers,
or whatever. Yeah.
I guess so. I did really like the beginning with Spock being like, "I want to go have fun," and we're like, "No, you have to stay behind. We have to give any other character a chance to shine." I'm sorry.
You have to stay on the bridge and say sensors.
Yeah.
No one else can do it like you. True.
I would say the joke about like he was like, is it not clear that I like maintain my weight? I was like, that does feel very Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little like
it felt 1960s jokey. I mean, it does fit into that era, I think.
There was that kind of jokiness, and also like the soundtrack of this episode, I felt very TOS to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it did actually. I think the soundtrack helped quite a bit in certain places. It kind of enhanced what was happening. And
I know, because this is like definitely a hard episode in that a lot of it is one actress against what is effectively a green screen, the AR wall.
And a puppet.
And a puppet.
Who doesn't speak English. Yeah.
So, just goes agree and disagree. I did kind of love the agree and disagree. It was funny. Some parts that were like great.
That also made it less like or made it more believable because it was less like, oh, suddenly I can now talk to you, in full normal translated sentences.
We'll also say they've done a good job. Oddly enough, they've done a good job with Ortegas this season, planting the seeds of her mechanical ability, back in what is Starfleet, working on that motorcycle. And so at first I was like, oh, this is a water condenser out of nothing. This is oh wait, no, she's a mechanic. It's like we've seen this. And something else that I liked in this episode is while I think they breezed past a few things, and there were some moments where I was like, a little more here. I liked that little things that other episodes of Strange New Worlds have missed did get explained. Like there was no phasers in this shuttle because they needed to make it as light as possible. They didn't just ignore some shit.
Everything didn't break. They didn't bring everything.
Yeah. It was also, I did like that they were like, okay, we're gonna have it that something happened to the rations, because even if they were trying to like do everything late, that they wouldn't have like left rations behind.
I think that was a bad place to store them.
I
it was the fridge, okay? It was the floor fridge.
Yeah, like anywhere near anything combustible, like NASA would never. Like
it probably would be in a container like strapped onto the wall or something like
that.
Yeah. It also like they do a good job of explaining why another person can't be on the shuttle. It's bare bones. It's everything that they have to have plus one person. So yes, it needs to be the best pilot. That said, my hackles are always raised around fat phobia. Just as somebody who's been fat since puberty, I ask myself the question, because whenever weight becomes a comment, it is not automatically fat phobic. I want to be very clear, but I ask myself the question, like, how do I feel about this? Why do I feel this way about it? Is this a me thing? Is it an execution thing, etc.? I've come to the conclusion, and I will say this definitively. No, I don't think it was not even. It was. I would argue it was not even problematic at first. What I ended up having a weird question about is the comment about the roller coaster is what got me. Is like they haven't fixed roller coasters yet. Like we have shuttles and warp drive, but you can't make a roller coaster that can fit my body. Come on.
What?
So
what was the comment about the roller coaster? I think I might have.
I remember the roller coaster comment, but I didn't really get it.
It's like he feels like it's like it's like it was the kid who was told he couldn't go on the roller coaster.
Yeah,
and they're like, I don't.
I did not get what that was.
The earlier comment was about his weight.
Yeah,
roller coasters. I think most of us think, are you tall enough or not? But it was connected to the comment about.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I think the conclusion I drew was height, just because they had said kid. But no, I definitely see like how. That is.
And I asked myself the question: is this a stretch? And I was like, well, no, because it like that roller coaster comment is directly connected to the comment about him being too many ounces.
Yeah,
and Spock talks about his weight.
You sure it's not just a comment that's just like, oh, he's being left out? Because like, oh, you're like the kid who couldn't go on the merry-go-round, or the kid who didn't go to Disneyland, or something. His
reaction was directly after she said, "You're too many ounces."
Yeah,
so they were talking about that in the hallway. They weren't even in front of him when she said that.
Yeah. I definitely can see both ways of it. I definitely took that about height, but no, that is like an interesting way. Like,
I guess I took it different than everybody. Sorry.
Yeah.
But my main comment still stands. In the future, roller coasters should be able to fit anybody.
Yeah. I also feel like in the future, you should also be able to like do something to the roller coaster that like a short person can ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
if your starship doesn't need seatbelts, your roller coaster doesn't need a bar, which prohibits some people from using it. Yeah.
I don't think the people who are taking roller coasters are also Starfleet all the time. So I think you do have to have some.
Why not? Come on, it'd be the best roller coaster designers. Come on.
People still have health issues in the future, so
even at Bozeman at the Montana theme park, they should have a roller coaster.
I liked this because it really showed, like, this season I think has really showed that like how close Uhura and Ortegas are. Yeah. So I think that led really well into this episode with how, like, obviously everyone is concerned about her, but like how concerned Uhura is. Like, it's not just this is my crew member, it's like this is my best friend.
Hey, hang on. I want to. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this because I think I'm being misunderstood and my point is being missed, including in the chat. And Jill, you saying it wasn't a weight thing, you're making a definitive statement and you do not know that. I was expressing my personal opinion about how I took it. And I was also careful to say, I've asked myself these questions. Was it this? Was it that? So I want to, as respectfully as possible, push folks in the chat and my fellow friends on the screen to hear a perspective that is different than yours and not immediately say, no, you're wrong because you have a different perspective.
Oh yeah, I know it's something I think next time we watch the episode, I'll probably like listen to it more to be like, oh, I want to hear see from your perspective because it just wasn't one that I brought with me to the episode.
I think I was taking notes multiple times when that line came up, and I heard the roller coaster part, but I didn't understand it either.
Yeah, and people take
what they said, even not even interpreting it. I didn't even interpret it.
Right. I'm not saying that I am right, but
but that's how you.
I think my brain went to why are there still roller coasters, or is that a thing?
Yeah.
It's like, then I went into
Some people like roller coasters.
Some people just like roller coasters. Yeah. I mean, it does feel weird. There's roller coasters.
You want to go to Space Mountain.
Space.
Space Mountain, not space.
Yeah.
The thing.
Why would you go to a mountain of fake space? Like, I say this as someone whose favorite ride at Disney is Space Mountain. Is it because I can pretend it's Star Trek? Maybe. Until every now and then they're like, we're going to put a Star Wars overlay on it. I'm like, no, get out of here. I want to pretend my thing.
Oh, yeah.
There
was another weird line, which it's at the very beginning when she's talking about how they're in this strange part of space and there's all these weird gravity things. And it's like something Division 12 usually looks into.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
I could not find anything of Division 12 being mentioned at all. Ever.
I looked it
up. Did anyone else find it?
I don't know if this is what it is, but it might be a reference to a book for a role-playing game in which Division 12 is stated to be a tactical, more militaristic, think Mako division of Starfleet that would go on the more dangerous missions.
Oh, it's
interesting.
There's also the 12th Fleet.
Yeah.
That's also the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that one I just was like, I have no idea and just let it go over my head.
I rewound it 4 times. The words Division 12 are not in the subtitles.
It's a D12.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while they skip, if someone talks fast, they skip a few unimportant words. So, but Division 12 wasn't in the subtitles. She definitely says it.
Probably why I missed it.
That's how secret Division 12 is.
Well, I caught it because I was like, oh, they're adding to the lore, not just pulling from something else. Nice. That's great.
I know. I was so glad it wasn't a section 12 or another one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We don't need that.
What is the group that had the ship that was taking Boimler to the farm? That's not 12, but I just remember that's something similar, right?
Yeah, 14? Division 14.
Oh, 14. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. Father happened to mention it. I don't know.
You mentioned right as you brought it up. It was very easy.
Father is psychic.
All that stuff.
Or ahead of us in time. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like Division 12 is.
I mean, I kind of would love Star Trek X-Files. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I can go for
investigate weird mysteries. Half the time they're like, is it Q?
Like that should be the running joke in the show. Be like, we got to ask. Is it Q?
Yeah.
Q?
Or after 45 minutes, they just decide, well, I guess
if you're here,
Q.
You're legally obligated to show yourself.
Yeah. I never remember. There is a Next Generation episode where Q's not in the episode, but they do go, do we think it's Q?
Oh, yeah.
I remember. I don't remember which one it is, but yeah, I remember the one.
But it made me ask. They should ask that every week.
This isn't his style.
Yeah.
Yes. We need her in Star Trek for sure.
That would be amazing.
And I want like a blatant rip off of everything. I want a Star Trek What If. I want a Star Trek CSI. I want a Star Trek West Wing. A Star Trek medical, like ER, like whatever. I just want it all. I think the Star Trek universe is right for it.
I want Star Trek. I guess I was gonna say JAG, but that's not that. Like I want Law and Order closer than like what Jag
Captain
was.
Patel.
Yeah.
I
I
say
say
Law and Order,
again
except
as a
instead of the
daughter.
dun, it's just the bell hitting twice. Ding, ding. It'd be amazing.
UPN back in the day had a medical show. It was Mercy Point.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Actually,
vaguely remember that.
Pretty decent.
Oh.
They did. Did it get 2 seasons or just the one?
No, I think it just got 1.
Yeah.
But it's just like I could see them doing something like that. But since you have the pre-existing world of Star Trek, I think that would make it more successful. They
I
would
could
build a
definitely see
world
that
from scratch, basically. And
I did like that they were very confused, or like I was confused by them being confused by a wormhole coming out of nowhere, and I was like, is that not how wormholes work in this universe?
yeah.
Before
maybe-
DS9, nobody
Prop
knew
a
about
wormhole
wormholes.
up in with the ship,
Yeah.
then they should have done that more often. Like the one time when they had the wormhole, the Barzan wormhole or whatever, with
Mhm.
they could have propped it up that way. Then I don't know.
I
Forgotten technology.
Well, that
And
one
I-
moved, right? Like,
Yeah, no, it did.
Yes.
But there have been
Well,
times where it's
one
like the
side of it
wormhole is
moves,
shrinking
if I
and they-
remember correctly. It did, yeah. But the fact that most of them, besides the Deep Space Nine one, move, that them being like confused,
Yeah.
like one just popped
Yeah.
up, and I went, I think they
It's
do
stable.
that.
yeah, DS9 is the only stable one that
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
been discovered thus far.
They also said they didn't
Mhm.
have a lot of information on wormholes, or at least Spock said something to that effect.
Mhm.
Which I could see them. I think they pop up obviously more past this, so maybe they just don't. Maybe that's true. Maybe that is the explanation. They're like,
Wormholes
that
come
what-
with the next generation. They're not
Yeah.
there before.
They're still
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I did wonder, like, what
It's from
what happened
space
with this
global
one?
warming.
Like,
mhm.
did it collapse completely?
No,
Is it coming
Soon
back?
created them. That's why they weren't there now. Because
And where did it go? Well, I did hear that the author said that yes, this is the same planet that they were on with the Gorn. Like, okay, so they took them there. Like, they must have the ability to change the terraforming and the sun
Yeah.
and the everything because that
To make
was
it
not
not
the
look
same
like
planet.
Vasquez rocks.
yeah.
That makes no sense. Okay.
Right. So I'm wondering where physically in the universe that's supposed to be.
That is
Like, were
like
they really far away? Like, if they got stuck there, where is there?
I almost wonder if it's like almost like out of phase with the universe or something. Like it's not like really in a specific
It could
place.
be. Because, yeah, they could have just... Metrons could have created the wormhole. It wasn't
Yeah.
a real, natural, quote-unquote, wormhole.
Mhm.
Just to get someone sucked in there. And then, okay, now we're going to pair you
We
with the
grab-
Gorn we sucked
We
in.
grabbed one.
Our fuzzy little Gorn buddy.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but Rachel does.
Fuzzy little Gorn.
There he
buddy.
is.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Got the little
There.
plastic one.
Yours is cooler because yours is signed.
Yeah, Ted Sullivan from Discovery, when he had his Jason Gorn
Okay.
thing going on.
I would say I did like the establish because we'd previously seen Erica be like reckless, and we're like, no, she wasn't being reckless here. It just happened.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she tried to like abort the mission. She lost control, and then she was like, "Hey, sending out a distress call. Clearly, I don't have control over this anymore."
Yeah. Yeah, the Metrons must have been playing with the atmosphere because if they kept
Yeah.
touching the atmosphere of a gas giant, I was like, how can they still breathe? It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
The Metrons, that's why. And they made the giant bugs because it doesn't seem much of a, food chain. There's just giant
Yeah,
bugs.
that's what I was like. How were
It's
there
all
any-
giant bugs!
Yeah.
Yay!
Maybe underground there's some sort of
Tasty
moss and
bugs.
lichen.
I did
Yeah,
like the
maybe bugs.
establishment of like she's trying to cook and the Gorn is like, "The fuck are you doing?"
You're gonna set my house on
No
fire.
fire. Fire bad.
I was happy though when she set the Ortegas set off the explosion. I was like, please don't explode in the shape of a delta. Please don't explode in the shape of a delta. Like, yeah,
did-
It took her
I did-
7 hours to ensure it would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
did love that made like Erica's the only one crazy enough to set a planet on fire to get our attention.
Yep, it was pretty good. They did kind of lean heavy in the action movie lines.
A little. I think you're right. I did enjoy them
It didn't
playing.
ruin it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it was just like, yeah, it's another action movie kind of.
I did enjoy them playing chess, and what my friend asked, he said to that gorgeous teacher to play D&D, which maybe I don't know what that card game was.
It was. I don't know.
Though, like the pacing between those scenes and the ship scenes were actually pretty good. I mean, it did feel like it was a little bit more like they're kind of playing games and stuff. It's like maybe you should be working on the communications thing, but okay. So yeah.
At one point, she was trying to charge the communications thing. So
was that what? Okay.
Oh, maybe that's what.
I was gonna say they could do a time dilation thing too, which they didn't do.
Well, and the Enterprise, they mentioned that it had been 2 days. So I feel like they were just taking a break.
Yeah. Okay. 2 days. Yeah. I think I'd missed that line. 2 days. That makes sense to be like, I have to do anything besides work for a second.
Yeah. Not to conjure the everything's too dark specter of the discourse around media today, but I think that was part of the problem with the AR wall usage in this episode. I thought it was beautiful, but it didn't show the passage of time very well. We needed the dialogue from the Enterprise.
Yeah,
but
you could only see the planet.
Little things like that took me out of it. It's like it took them 2 days to think, oh, we should send some probes in to see if we can establish. Like what?
And then Erica's like, I'm starving. And like, it felt like only.
Well, they did send some probes before that. They just got sucked in and nothing happened. They did say that.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but I was off screen and
whatever.
They weren't. They didn't try hard. They were lazy probes. They didn't even.
And they did say they were like, "Oh, we have to stop because we're like shrinking the wormhole."
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, and I was like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah,
I really need to not have like this big investigation around a dangerous scientific thing. Plus, they have to go deliver medical supplies.
Yeah.
Don't give that the same assignment to the same ship.
No,
just
we
don't.
got.
And what is the holodeck now? What is that giant room?
They took it out.
Did they?
The room is probably just storage.
Well, what was it? Okay.
I think, I would have.
And then eventually it'll come back and it'll be the rec room again.
I wish they'd been like, we built this in the cargo bay for now.
Pike took it over. He stores more herbs and cooking supplies there now. He's got sides.
When they were saying they're running simulations, I was like,
maybe Pike has a horse in there now. No one's supposed to know.
Yes, it's his stable. Yes.
When they was talking about running simulations, I'm like, are they running simulations in the holodeck for a second? Because
in the engineering lab, everything is in the engineering lab.
Everything is in that science lab.
We built the damn thing. We're going to use it,
except whales. Except in Vaughn's mind.
There was something. Someone had a line. I think it was Uhura about like, I need to be in the science lab, and I was like, apparently you need to be in there every episode this season.
It's calming. It centers everyone on the ship.
They built it.
They built it, so we're going to hang out there.
That's right.
I wonder what the equivalent room would be in TOS.
They built it, so they have to be there?
No, I'm just like...
It's that one pod that Kirk ejects sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where they want to go.
I always remember there's something I read that like Gene Roddenberry made sure that engineering was written into Encounter at Farpoint because he was worried if they didn't like establish, if they didn't, they would like never have the budget to build engineering after that. Yeah. So they were like, we will build it during that first episode. That way we have it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was also like a reskin of like the motion picture area and stuff like that. So
I think they did reuse
from
stuff,
scratch.
I do think they did.
Trevor would know. He's the set girly on the salon. Mm-hmm. He's always the one who's like, this was the back of sick bay, and it's like,
there's what is it in sick bay? There's like this curved area that looks like has like a little mirror or something, and that's the Ilea's mirror in the motion picture. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that. Yeah.
And I think
so I'm good at like recognizing when rooms are clearly the hallways of the Enterprise. I just put a mirror on so people can exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked.
You have been summoned, Trev.
Yeah. We were talking.
Wow us with your wisdom and knowledge about engineering in TNG. We're waiting.
We're waiting, just sitting here.
Auxiliary. Yeah, I wonder do they have what is do they have a battle bridge? Did we see that ever?
TOS, no.
I mean,
Not
they don't.
TOS.
I mean, they can eject the saucer. They would have to take it back to Starbase to reconnect it, but they've.
So they, I don't know. They must be able to.
I guess it'd be engineering, I guess, or
I
something.
feel like I saw.
No, they get those joysticks like in the other episode, and they just have to do the thrusters with the phone.
What are you saying? Sorry.
That is a very good point, Trev. That since engineering is also the AR wall, and they were already using the AR wall a lot this episode.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah, it felt like that's why they did the science lab. Because I heard recently from an interview with Frakes, I think it was. I mean, they already have the engineering design, but if they're doing something new on the AR wall, they need 13 weeks notice.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, to do the graphics and because it's huge.
Plus,
I mean,
plus the practical in front of it. Like, I mean,
there's stuff in there. Yeah,
that much time, but the graphic designers need like a 13-week lead time.
I could see that.
That is. Yeah, I could see them being like, maybe let's see if we could use that a little less.
13 weeks is like, that's an amazing amount of time for anything. Any kind of
there
creative.
is a bridge/hangar deck in the Star Drive section, but I believe, and this is the unofficial but official Star Trek blueprints.
Right.
So there is, in theory, a auxiliary bridge.
The body, or it's not in the neck, is it? Or because the neck part is way thinner than it really looks.
Yeah, there's not much in that, according to
structural integrity.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that cavern of the turbo lift you have to go through. That was very weird.
We all know how big that is. There's plenty of room.
Thoughts on Uhura lying about the data? It bugged me as well, just because everybody now has like done something. It seems like that's against regulations.
She's very young. It didn't really bother me.
It would make more sense if she did it, yes, but and then not other people. But you can't. Every character seems to be doing this, and it's just like it's not impactful anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did like. Well, I did like that she was like immediately was like, I have to confess, and he's like, I know, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
I would respectfully push back on the word immediately, but once it got really dangerous, she admitted. It didn't bother me only because it didn't feel egregious. Like it was 54% bumped to 61.
Yeah.
Now, if the computer had said we're going to be at 26%. Then I'd be like, girl, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Killing people, but yeah.
And they had established that like this was risky, but it wasn't immediately we could all die. It was like, we're going to have one shot at this. And so it
was
felt,
also an estimate.
Yeah, exactly. So it felt earned at least. And it was a nudge. Like it wasn't like Erica in a few episodes ago, putting the ship in danger, ramming it into the it was similar, but that to me was more egregious because
she just rounded up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's like the worst thing.
Round to the nearest 61%.
Just fact that it happened a lot.
I forgot the Gorn makes noise and I pressed it.
Because in that episode, Erica's disobeying she's disobeying direct orders.
Yeah.
And B, she unmasked the ship for the Klingons to see them. So she directly put the ship in danger.
Yeah.
This was, well, the ship's gonna be in danger anyway.
Right.
We may or may not be able to scan well.
But no Klingon showed up, so it worked.
And it seemed different than like an exact a direct order. Like, so that's she wasn't just immediately, nope, sorry, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And she did own up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if she hadn't owned up to it and like Pike just was like
her.
Would have bothered me a lot more.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I also did like Pike being like, that's new, maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
let's blame Beto. Okay.
And like that, like this is the first like kind of egregious thing that she's done. So his reaction to it, to me, felt in line with his character that we've seen thus far. Like he's not the hard ass like Una can be.
Yeah.
And I also wonder if Una probably would have had a stronger reaction, but I don't think nowhere near what she had with Erica, because it would not have been it wasn't on the same level.
It like wasn't as egregious, and also like everyone was like already on like emotionally on edge, being like, we like Erica, we don't want to leave her.
Yeah.
She's also just like a person we know, so we also just don't want to leave her then.
Especially stranded through a wormhole seems like a pretty terrible fate. Because they don't know where it is. They have no idea. So.
It just cuts over and it's Ryza.
No, like, she's like, actually, I'm fantastic. Just go the long way. It'll be great.
Yeah. You know, go deliver that vaccine.
Yeah.
Go see Decker.
Yeah, tell Decker I said hi. We fought together in the war. Just keep dropping random lore.
Yeah.
I wonder if probably not, but I say if they continued that plot line into next week, if we would actually see Decker on the Constellation or something really quickly. That would.
I'm assuming it was just like a name drop, but I'm
sure it is.
Of like TOS characters, I think seeing Decker before he like, loses his mind would be like actually an interesting thing to explore.
Yeah. And his little son running around, who will eventually become bigger Decker.
Whoops.
We were also, when they were like Decker, you could see like all of our like nerdy Trekkie ears prick, like did they say Decker?
Yeah.
Like
there was a lot of chatting at that point.
Yeah, that's a good example of like a little drop that works. Like connection to the lore that we've seen, but it's not like a key piece of this episode the way the Metron was.
It's another one of the Constellation class.
Yeah,
the galaxy is big. Starfleet captains is not that big. There's not that many.
To be like, it makes sense. This person we know as Commodore later is a captain now.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Brian mentioned that maybe the second ship that we see in the trailer that's shooting with the.
I mean, maybe we are saying Decker next. I like if you want to take like bets right now.
Was it the Farragut? It might have been. I don't remember.
I mean,
there's another ship.
Does the Farragut have two nacelles again? Last time it only had one.
Did they fix it?
We didn't see it, but.
Oh, that's right. We did not see that in the Salat that ate its tail.
No, he mentions that he's still missing one. So.
Oh yeah, I think I just assumed that was in that episode. So maybe that is next week. Good. Kirk is coming back. Great. Something to look forward to. We haven't.
Well, there's no way you can't have him on every season finale.
I had the problem where I like Kirk in the episodes he's in, but I'm like, I need less of you because I want more of everybody else.
Yeah.
I thought the Salat who ate its tail was perfect, and I wish
that was a good way.
I wish that was his introduction to this series.
Oh, that would have been interesting. Yeah,
it would have been a perfect. Like, I mean, the first season, whatever, sure. The end, because it wasn't real. That I thought would have been the perfect introduction of him, but we've had so much of him that it just felt like too much.
I feel the same way.
Pointed out, Paul Wesley gives a good performance, but he's too old for the character at this point.
I think he was like the right age when they first cast the role, and there was like filming delays and
right.
Nope, it is 2 Constitution class or whatever. Like one's upside down. So they're doing things where they're mirroring the saucer section,
like the lower decks thing with the
maybe Marie does get a ship, a floating court.
Yeah.
Floating courthouse.
Of course, even if there was a label on it, I'm sure for the trailer they would remove it because they've done that before.
I would say like as like me was kind of complaining about his Kirk. I love tomorrow. So I was like, but also just give me that though, because I like that episode a lot.
Yeah.
But I do like his performance, but it's more that I wish there were more episodes so I could still have all of those episodes and more of the rest of the cast of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Because we just recently passed one old season's worth of episodes. Now that this is episode 29?
Yeah.
So we just passed. Yeah, never mind. I'm depressing myself.
We're past TAS. For a while it was.
I'm laughing at Kate's comment.
All right, friends. I gotta drop to go walk Tendy before the salon, but thank you again for having me as always.
Thank you for coming. Everyone, check out the salon when we're done here.
Yes, please. At Salon Trek here on YouTube at 6.
I know who's gonna watch the salon, the Metrons, because they really like to watch.
He really wants to see you talking about him.
We have some fellow baldies on the salon, so these new Metrons are kindred spirits.
Metron sexuals.
They're going to perform an experiment. Yes, that's right.
Fair, as someone who likes romance and time travel a lot, yes, I'm aware, Brian. Please give it to me if you have suggestions.
It's the new spinoff. Time travel / alternate history romance. Star Trek.
Someone would watch that.
Me.
We'd all watch it. You know it.
Me,
I
would watch that.
It's like the guy who's doing all the little music cues that met this week because it's Star Trek Day is coming up, and he had the Tarantella. Tarantella, is that how it is? Like the Italian song version of Voyager's theme.
Oh my god!
There's espresso in that nebula.
I think he's both he's both on TikTok and Instagram, I believe.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. Okay.
Yep.
He's really funny. I cannot think of his username right now, but the
Jim
video's really good.
Bialup or blah something. It's like if you just look up what was the DS9 one he did today, that was weird. But he did the Irish jig version of TNG, and they're like, this is just gonna be Up the Long Ladder theme song.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what you're going for there. Okay.
I think tomorrow is still also my favorite episode of
Those Old Scientists will I think always be my favorite.
I
like Tomorrow. It's great.
Star Trek: The Traveler's Wife. Oh god. Oh god, if anyone has ever watched the movie or the TV show of The Time Traveler's Wife, what a weird book. I know it's a book. I have not read the book. I don't need any more of that weirdness.
I haven't watched it. I heard about it, but I haven't watched it.
A big plot point is that he visits his wife as a child, and then she grows up to love him. What a choice! And they're honestly
that kind of works in Doctor Who when he's sort of asexual and but but not humans.
I mean, maybe also there's something so weird and super not family friendly. So I'm not going to say what it is. That is like they've made the correct choice to be like, we don't need that in the movie, and they kept it for the show.
Yay! Just to make it different.
Just to make it weirder.
Freaky all around, Cake says. Well, I believe you, Cake.
Yep. We don't need to talk about The Time Traveler's Wife because I think I'm the only one in this call that is familiar with it at all. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else about this episode. Okay, I did really think the agree-disagree parts, I think, were very funny. The part where she was the one point where she went agree-disagree to be like, yes, I understand, but no.
Yeah. I thought that was clever. It's like, you can kind of see it interacting with Pike with the BB chair then, I guess. It would be horrible, but you could do it.
I did like at one point she's like, okay, we're doing this. Disagree.
Yeah.
They needed Ortegas to make the beep chair. I mean, she's much better at it than whatever Starfleet person made that.
Why didn't they at least put in words under the beep chair?
Whoever made it hated Pike. They hated his cooking. They hated everything about him.
One of those things where it's like, because we've come luckily so far in like how we can help disabled people in reality, that the beach chair seems very weird. Like
it seems punishing. It does.
It feels short-sighted for the 60s still.
Why wouldn't he be in something similar to like what Stephen Hawking was in?
Yeah,
like that kind of.
It was just to show how he couldn't do much, and they just sort of made it even worse than.
They just need him not to be able to speak too. That was the other thing. It was partly a plot thing.
Yeah, because they didn't have Jeffrey Hunter.
Sean Kinney was under there, right? But under all that makeup in the denim.
In the denim. Fun fact: I learned it at STLV.
Yeah. Sean's fun. He has great stories about that. Yeah.
Sean was really good. Oh,
that's the wrong one.
wait, what's with your drink run? Oh no, you did.
I have the STLV drink koozie, but I'm currently drinking the San Francisco one. So
I did not end up getting a koozie anywhere.
I'm gonna get one at every Creation Con from now on.
That's a good.
They're $5. They're cheap. They're the only thing Creation has that's cheap.
That's fair.
$5 each. It's like, this is good. Yeah. I don't use it at the con because I will leave it somewhere for sure. I throw it in my suitcase and then
I should have gone. 1 year I'll end up with an STLV one. That won't be hard.
Oh yeah, they'll have them next year. They'll have a little 60 on it. Maybe not because they can't.
Probably not because I don't.
They can't say 60 what. They can just put the number.
Yeah.
Can't copyright the number, but
let's try. I would love for Paramount to try and copyright the number 60.
Maybe.
47.
Yeah, copy 47. Get them all.
I do think it was interesting by looking at the title of this that when Trelane mentioned terrarium, we're like, it must be a clue. Clearly not. Two different writers had the idea of the word terrarium.
Or did they do that on purpose to make us question? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now
or maybe the Metrons and him chat. They're like,
yeah. I mean, I could
both
see
godlike beings.
I want to see that in like a lower text episode. It's like all of the godlike beings just chilling. To be like, they have to.
That was in the recent comics.
Was it?
Oh,
yes.
That's amazing.
The sort of the data, the lore ones and then they bring back Cisco, and then like basically the universe is collapsing, and then they go to a place with all the godlike beings.
That's so
they're all
fun.
dicks.
I need to be better about reading all Star Trek comics in general and lower decks comics specifically.
Well, this was like it tied in because like Shax is in them. Like Shax's best day was part of it, and Shax's worst day was another one where they had the evil fascist Shax.
Who
eventually realizes, because it's sort of like the mirror universe, but Lore's in charge, and he makes Shax a fascist, and he's possessed by a power wraith too. He's like triple his worst.
That does sound like a pretty bad day. I'll be honest.
But he goes out so good.
I do need to check those out. I usually for comics, which kind of sucks because you don't always get as many cool covers, but I'll often wait for the collections to come out.
Yeah, that ended about 6 months ago, so the final trade should be soonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is much easier to buy that. Yeah.
I have trouble not accidentally ripping like individual comics just because like
they're easy. Yeah, they're
really easy
fragile.
to rip. I'm a voracious reader, and I'm like, what's happening next? Oh, damn it! Like,
yeah, perfect bound trades are a little more.
Are there Stranger Worlds comics? I don't know.
There are some.
Yep.
Okay,
I did a cover for one.
Yeah, there's not been as many as some of the others, and some of them were running under the main Star Trek line, and then there were others that tied in with the story that were in some others.
Aaron, is that one of the covers you did, Aaron?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was an homage to what's wrong with me? Kirby from Marvel from the 70s.
Yeah, we got Kirby dots and
yeah. Okay.
So this originally had like
cool.
a really complex space dock, but it was like, I'm running out of time. So I'm like, how about this? And they're like, that looks great. I'm like, good.
You don't need it, yeah.
They're like, what about this? It will get done in time. So they're like, great. Like,
I think that's the miniseries where there's like a race they have to go on, right? Can't remember.
I think so. They're in between. It's between season 2 and 3, I think, or 1 and 2.
Between a season. I was like between season 2 and 3. You mean those 2 minutes?
No, okay. It was sorry.
Yeah,
so 1 and 2. It's like when we don't know Una's fate.
Okay, so 1 and 2.
Yep. Yeah.
I just had to make a joke because between season 2 and 3 was a 2-parter. Oh god, but
they had a little adventure in that window of time.
It happens. They're the
Oh
only
God!
ship
Recently, I don't remember if it was Star Trek or not, but someone was telling me about like a comic that came out that was between 2 seasons of a TV show, and they said there's no time between the 2 seasons. Those 2 seasons we don't understand. Like
there was a commercial break. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I don't. Oh, I don't think it was Star Trek. I think it was a friend complaining about their fandom to me.
Yeah.
There was also the comics from the newspaper when the motion picture was out. They had to write them before the show was premiered, and they famously didn't give anybody a lot of information. So Ilea was in it for a couple episodes until she just sort of disappeared out of the background. Like, you never saw her.
Oh, kind of like the that TNG comic that they made before they had any information about the show that we did the Christmas special on.
Exactly.
Where everyone's swole and
yeah, I was just telling a friend about about the Christmas special.
Well, make them watch it. It's a fun episode.
I will probably send it to them. There's some of my Jane Austen friends, her fiance got her into Star Trek, but he was being too slow. So she's like, I'm watching it without you. Like, and now I started showing it to our other friend. I join them sometimes. They are both they both were working at the same seasonal job that ended, and so we're both currently looking for more employment. And I have job, so I can't always join them because they're watching stuff when I at my job. And then they just text me and they're like, Rachel, so there is a Christmas comic book of TNG. Which plug on Tex-Trek 2 years ago, we did a Christmas special where
lots of guest voices
from
all over YouTube and the internet.
Yeah, we voiced people. I voiced Beverly.
I played Wesley.
You did. I think my favorite comment is I sent in my recordings of that, and Father's only response was, "Your mom voice is scary." So
don't disappoint
right,
Rachel.
Mom.
Yeah, I guess I was your mom. That's so weird. Joel, did you do a voice in it? I can't remember.
I did not.
We need to do another special and have Joel be in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
I think the link is upcoming.
The link is right here. It is September. It's September, but I saw Christmas trees in Michael's on Labor Day, so I guess it's time for the Christmas special.
It's Christmas somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
and in space, it's always Christmas, links, I think.
No, that's weird.
Just to see the early TNG comics they drew before the show was out.
Yeah, it's
with the
really
Bicklys, the two
the bickering Bigleys, they're like stock characters from like pre-movies. And it was,
That's get an update one day. We just randomly put Hayden Christensen in for no reason.
No, suddenly there's a new character voiced by me that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And the style is all wrong when it's on screen, like it wasn't in the comic. Joel, did you draw that?
Other thing we could draw or read, but I can't think of anything that's kind of like that.
It's just like an action figure all of a sudden, and then it doesn't match the comic. It's like, why is this here?
I don't think there's another Star Trek Christmas comic, right?
No,
that's
the only thing I could think of is doing I know they reviewed I think Father and Dave reviewed these, but like the Star Trek X-Men crossovers.
Yeah, we did. I was on one. I think I was on the TNG one, and before that, they did the TOS one. But there's also a novel which we haven't reviewed.
Yes, that would be harder to voice, but
it'd be harder to voice. But you could do a whole show on it. I'm just saying.
I know. For years, the only thing I knew about those is I believe in that comic, in that book, someone makes a comment about Professor X and Picard looking like each other, and I think this was years before Patrick Stewart was cast as Professor X.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I think I have.
That's why someone made a note to mention it that they did that. I don't think it would have been as funny as they were like, yeah, these two actors are played by each other, or two actors are played by the same actor.
And that room that Professor X is always in looks an awful lot like stellar cartography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the show.
Indeed.
I remember reading Patrick Stewart's biography. He was like, I love Star Trek, I love X-Men. The nice thing about X-Men, it was like basically like Star Trek, except I had time to do plays in between those.
Yeah, I can see that.
I enjoy watching the Fathery, but I do get that they're not as Star Trek comics are not as popular as Star Trek.
We will
TV
keep
shows.
them till the people come around.
Yeah,
Probably. We should though. Damn you, masses! Embrace the TNG Star Trek crossovers, but not X-Men crossover.
Oh, we could do.
And
you know what
I didn't
Arthur
mention
told-
it before, but in Enemy Mine, that is
Mhm.
Jack Quaid's dad in Enemy Mine, Randy Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Is that what I got the wrong one?
You
Damn
said
it!
Randy Quaid.
Dennis
Oh,
Quaid is
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid
I
is
got the
definitely
wrong
his
one.
father. That's
Yes.
I know.
his father
right?
is not Randy Quaid. Who
I know. I picked the wrong one. The right one's
Yeah.
in the movie. I just said the
Yeah.
wrong name because I'm bad at names.
well, also because
I
Randy
got their last
Quaid
name
is,
right. I'm proud of myself for that.
You did get their last name right, but also I feel like I think there's a good chance Jack Quaid has never met Randy Quaid, or at least not for a long time, just because of like.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, when he was little.
Yeah,
I think he was
because of
okay
Randy
then.
Quaid's whole
He
thing.
was okay then.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's some like Dennis Quaid is like more conservative than I'd want him to be, but like Randy Quaid is insane as far as I can tell.
Yeah,
Like-
living in other people's houses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I read that story and I was like, oh my goodness.
Trying to just like hide out in Canada. And Canada was like, because it was like Canada was like,
We
no,
don't want
get
you here."
out.
Yeah. Please go home.
But I
I-
don't think Robert Picardo is in Enemy Mine, so it's not as good as Inner Space. So
I'm wondering if
what is inner
we could do
space.
some sort of like compare the different Star Trek Enemy Mine homages.
we need a graph.
Ooh.
'Cause there's not enough of them. It's not like there's
Mhm.
too many. I think 2
No.
or 3 episodes wouldn't be too bad to
No,
watch,
that wouldn't.
ahead of time and then talk about it.
You could.
And we'll have
Yeah,
time
definitely
when we
could.
don't have Strange New Worlds
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying.
or anything.
I mean, I was like, we're trying to come up for next week is the last episode of the season, so.
But
Which
Khan
feels-
also starts next week. So
See.
Oh, podcast.
Podcast.
no.
Oh, it
So that's
does.
interesting. Yeah,
Canon
because it
or
starts on
no?
Star Trek too.
Yeah.
Because it's not on screen.
Oh, so it's both
You
of
could
Jack
watch your
Quaid's
phone while it
parents
plays. But
in inner space. It's both of Jack Quaid's parents. Is that how they met?
it is.
Okay.
And Bob Picardo's in the movie as, the crazy cowboy guy.
That's right.
I have not seen. I definitely have never seen this movie because I think I remember Bob Picardo.
I think I
as a
shocked
cowboy.
you with the GIF once in Discord, but
I'm vaguely
shirtless
remembering.
Bob Picardo with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, now I remember this. I was like, what is this from?
No, why are you doing this to me, Joel? I was like, sorry, it has to do with Bob Picardo. That's the first time I remember him because he stuck out to me as like a 10-year-old
Yeah.
whenever I saw it. But
I don't.
he was in lots of stuff before that. I just didn't remember. But
Yeah, I'm sure I saw stuff with Bob Picardo in it before I watched Voyager, but it's one of those things where I probably didn't notice it was Bob Picardo until like I rewatched it after
Yeah.
Voyager.
because at one point, Dennis Quaid's character, like they do this thing to him, so he transforms and now looks like Bob Picardo's character. Like, so there's this whole thing where it's so.
I actually recently had a rewatching something I've seen a lot and then realizing a Star Trek actor is in it. I have
Yeah, it's easy
an
to do.
excuse about why I did. Okay, Rene Auberjonois is in The Princess Diaries. A movie I've seen a lot, but he voices Mia's dad in a letter, and he's doing an accent. And the actor they're showing, implying that is the person writing this letter, is not Rene Auberjonois.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Yeah.
when my brain never connected, even though I kind of looked, I was like, wait, really? And I watched that scene, I was like, oh yeah, that's totally him doing like a bit of an accent. But because a different man's face was there,
Yeah.
my brain did not put it together that was his voice.
There's an old TV show, Mrs. Columbo. It's
Oh,
It's on
Yeah.
YouTube, a
Kate
bunch of them.
Mulgrew, yeah.
mhm.
And Renee is in that one of those, and
Yeah.
it's her French teacher.
I picked one at random to watch it because I
You-
never saw it, because there's only one season, so it's like half at 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So it was like half season pull, and then it didn't renew it.
They tried to change it towards the end, so it's like 3 different intros
but
and stuff. Yeah.
The one I picked, the antagonist was Andrew Robinson too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that show is just like
somebody.
Full.
Yeah.
That's
one
one sticks to the episode.
Would you like
right
a cup of coffee, Mrs. Columbo? And it's like, oh no, thank you. It's like, it's her. She did it. she's a changeling.
She's a fake.
Janeway would never turn down coffee.
Oh God,
she does when she's undercover as Mrs. Columbo.
Okay.
And now I'm thinking it's who's like she would never drink caffeinated coffee at like that time of day. Yes, I would.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, okay.
I actually really kind of love that was an accident, that they actually figured everything out, that it was like, no, that's not how you lucked out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think I really enjoyed this episode, but because so much of it is just her alone, it's hard to
Yeah.
It was like she did a good job surviving. Good job.
Yeah, acting off a giant puppet, that's really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
May not be the most remarkable episode of Star Trek, but for the stuff that she had to work with, it came out really well. I mean, you can see her acting chops.
Yeah, and we got the Ortegas. We
got Ortegas. By getting more of it, you will only get her for a while.
Yeah, it's probably
her reactions to things that she obviously can't see what's happening.
Yeah,
was pretty good as well. It's just like, oh, that's really bad. Although I would have run sooner if I looked back behind me and saw those clouds and be like, I've lived in Minnesota. I know that that means a tornado is coming or something.
Nothing good is in there. Yeah.
As someone, I've lived.
It wasn't green though, so it wasn't a tornado.
I've lived in both Nebraska and Texas. Run.
Yeah.
Although
it was just dark gloom of doom.
I have an old coworker, and this is in Texas, who once there was a tornado warning. Like our phones were telling us, please seek shelter. And he was like at McDonald's in his car. He is so lucky that this is all that happened. All the windows in his car exploded.
Oh.
Because the air pressure changed.
Outside pressure?
Yeah, because of the outside pressure. And he was telling us, we're like, why were you outside, Gray?
Yeah.
I was hungry.
Wow. yeah. Because I remember telling because it was
it can come up though. It can just suddenly change. Yeah. I mean, it does happen, but
because it came up during the workday, and I went back to my computer and I went to my boss. I was like, yeah, I was hiding my thing for 20 minutes because the storm was getting bad, and he was like, yeah, that is correct. Don't by the way, my bathroom, because I don't have a basement, and that's the only room without windows.
That's good enough. I mean, yeah.
At STLV, there's not much to look at anyway.
That's true. Some Midwesterners are saying about.
She did opine about people who flew into hurricanes in the beginning of the episode.
She did.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I did love Pike being jealous of her getting to have fun flying.
Yeah, and trying not to show it. Hanson did a good job with that.
I am the second best pilot after Ortegas. It's like, gee, Chris, you never told us that before. And he didn't say it like that, but it was that sort of.
I love his line about. I was like, no, this chair is fine.
I can fly by the seat of my pants in this chair too. I don't need you.
Yeah,
Mr. Shuttle.
I'm fine. It's fine.
I can wedge the ship into a wormhole. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
There's a comedian who talks about different Star Trek things. I sent one of them to Rachel where they were talking about when they made the Gorn go to sleep, basically. It's like there was no radiation damage to them. The shields that basically created a sun, and they're like, you have to come and work at R&D because that is the most amazing thing we've ever seen. Yeah. All of this stuff is impossible. I really am curious to see if they do something from this week. So you propped open a wormhole with your ship.
Yeah. I did also in that they were like, and what he was like, nah, we're not going to. What are you going to do? Work on some personal stuff next week. I was like, party time next episode.
Which is funny because they did. Wasn't the next one after that?
the wedding.
Yeah.
I said party because they didn't plan the wedding. An omniscient being came and made someone get married.
Yeah.
It's true. It
that
happens.
was
But it wasn't
on
galactic
them.
stakes, basically.
Yeah. Them having a wedding the next week was not on them. And I don't think it was the next week, actually. They were months because the ship
It was like they mentioned months. They'd been there for months.
The ship was getting fixed.
Yeah.
It's wherever the Farragut is now.
Yeah. And but look, I mentioned this in chat. I went back and looked at that picture again. It could be the Farragut. It's really hard to tell. Like the tops of those look very similar.
Yeah, it's the same sauce, which makes sense. You would just reuse the design for that saucer.
It could be, and it makes more sense for it to be the Farragut, given that we have Kirk. So, but it would just be nice to see the constellation and see what Decker looks like.
Yeah,
it would. I would like to see him as a sane man.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. I'm just curious. Maybe he's not sane. Maybe that's just me assuming things. Maybe he's always been a little crazy.
Could be.
Pike offers him some food. It's like, oh, you don't like that anymore? It's like, not anymore. Like, okay. But he was like, it's insane.
He only eats food cubes now. Only food cubes.
Yeah.
No, he's just like It was interesting. It's like, I don't know if they went crazy, if that's how they would act. But it was interesting acting choice, and it's very intense.
Mm-hmm. I do remember the first time I watched that episode. I was like, "Okay, whoa, that's just the energy
and that is
here
where the
is not what I
conversation
expected."
came in the the Sailot that ate its own tail, where they were talking about Kirk and trying to remove him if he went, medically insane or insane.
And they were like, "Yeah, he's not insane. He's just a little unconfident."
Right. It was too early to have that conversation, but it is an interesting echo of that episode.
Yeah.
That was like trying to teach the audience that that's a thing that happens or something. It struck me as odd, but I kind of saw what they were doing, but I didn't really see it.
Because sometimes
I felt like exposition that seems like it should have been more story than it was, and then it wasn't, and you're like, okay.
That's what I think Joe's right about it, trying to teach the audience, because I think Strange New Worlds is a show a lot of casual fans watch.
Yeah, it's big.
So
no matter what the Trekkies are bitching about this season, it's doing well from everything I've heard.
Which I'm glad it's doing well, even though I have some issues with the season, because I'm I want more though.
Yeah. If not this show, more Star Trek in general. But I would think that. Sure. I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind.
But no, I think it is necessary sometimes to remember that I'm the audience, I'm not the only audience. I'm not everyone's insane.
It is not made for us specifically at all, because
not everyone
way too much.
They are not. They're not only building this for people who have weird corner back there with Murph or a
giant. I mean, that's Godzilla, but most of it's Star Trek.
What's giant? Oh, you have Godzilla.
My whole thing, except for Godzilla, but he's a friend of Star Trek.
Yeah. Or there's a bat lift out and over my TV. Someone who was picking out what I should wear for the stream and went, "Oh, I have this shirt that has Uhura on it. She's in a lot of this episode." I don't because of Erica not being a legacy character. I don't have anything with her on it. Yes, I
even have the weird LP where Gene Roddenberry talks all about Vulcans' mating habits, and it's
And I think one of our conversations in the last couple of weeks
curious about that.
How
on YouTube.
We wonder if how many of these weird episodes are because people want to be Strange New World. I mean, want to be Lower Decks because it's got that feel to it. So
they have been edging that way, but without. It's not as good without Mike McMahon helping write.
Yeah, I think
that
is.
And without Tawny and Jack injecting themselves.
Comedy is hard. Comedy is
Unless
in a lot of ways harder than drama.
They would make you laugh and actually teach you a lesson instead of just being kind of empty about some of these episodes have been. That is what's interesting. An animated show that's ostensibly a comedy seems to have more Star Trek to it than shows that are made to be straight serious.
Yeah, just because you're a comedy doesn't mean you can't do really well with the other parts of the show, as we obviously Stranger or Lower Decks and there's other examples too. It's just like you can have the heartfelt moments be just as good with all the laughs too. It's not easy. It's probably harder, but when they hit that out of the park, like Lower Decks, it's
so
it's
good.
amazing.
Anyways, they should make more Lower Decks.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like I'm just preaching to a choir.
I will manifest more Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Something will happen.
What? This is. I know the salon is starting shortly. Anybody have any ideas of what they think is going to happen on Star Trek Day?
Other than Con premiering,
I was surprised that. So I actually really liked that video they put out.
That was in front of this episode when I watched it on Paramount Plus too. Basically, that video.
I guess maybe I don't.
Did you see that?
I don't have ads on my Paramount Plus, although I usually get something at the beginning.
It's usually I pay for the no ads, but usually there's one thing about Paramount Plus in the beginning.
Yeah.
And this week that thing wasn't about football or some godforsaken thing I skipped. It was that video about all of the Star Trek.
I think I usually, and maybe it's because I share my Paramount Plus with like a lot of people, like my family members, and I often get what I think they've seen people watching on those other accounts. Okay. So they're like, "Don't you want to watch Yellowstone I get football ads.
I have never.
Yeah. Like, don't you want to watch Yellowstone too?
No, I'm sure it's fine, but I don't want to watch it.
Yeah. No, I actually really liked, and I think I put this in some chat that I was pleasantly surprised to see Hugh and Paul like kiss like that scene
it was
in one of there because of the way Paramount's been acting recently. That I was like,
I thought about that too.
Pleasant surprise. I actually really liked. I was surprised they didn't hold that video for Star Trek Day because I think that would have been
some Prodigy in there too, right? Or am I imagining that?
No, I don't think so.
Lower Decks.
It was Lower Decks.
Oh, maybe that's right.
Because there was some talk online about there wasn't Prodigy because
as I open my mouth,
it'll come back because I mean the licenses they still have Netflix still has the second season till the end of the year or something. They don't have season 1 anymore, but
that's.
But I think the other one's still it's officially.
God, there was someone asking about it. Like, where do I watch it right now? And you can borrow my Blu-rays. Like that's
just buy the Blu-ray. They're not that expensive.
They're not. I think the person I was talking to was a single mom asking about her kids. That was offering someone I know doesn't have a ton of expendable income. Something I already have. That I was like, since I already have the Blu-rays, I was like, well, I might as well just offer to let you borrow these.
True.
I also hope it comes back to Paramount Plus soon. I don't know. I know Con will be a premiering, but I'm surprised they didn't hold that video that they already worked on. Good video. I'm surprised they didn't release that on Star Trek Day.
I'm assuming there will be more stuff because they seem more. It will be this 60th.
Yeah,
we'll get a Starfleet Academy.
And the last 2 years they did what? Nothing, or they had that weird thing in 3 cities with like cardboard captain's chair.
Well,
and
up until 2022, they did like an in-person thing that would be streamed online, and you could watch and hear other people talk about it. But they stopped doing that.
God, like I said, I'm sure I've mentioned this every time we bring up Star Trek Day. I will because they made Patrick Stewart talk about it. Remember that the Queen Elizabeth II died on Star Trek Day.
Yes,
we were. She held out till that next Star Trek Day. She's a trooper.
We were right next to Jonathan Frakes, I think, when he found out, because we all kind of like looked at our phones and
your phone get alert for dead monarchs. Wow, mine doesn't.
Just news alerts, period.
So I was getting news alert. I follow the royal family in that I'm interested in fashion and interested in like history. So like there's a combination of things. But I discovered I'm enough people's person they knows about the royal family that I was like, that became like a nuisance. I was like, I'm trying to work. I can answer your questions about Queen Elizabeth II after I'm done with work. Like
all of North America texted Rachel.
Yeah.
When Princess Diana passed away, I used to have a watch. It was a Seiko message watch, and it had only certain characters, which was weird because it was using numbers as letters. So certain things had to be abbreviated or whatever. But we were walking, and it's like I heard that it just says Princess Di dies, but it's like the way it came across, it was like, what's a Di? It didn't look like Princess Diana dies.
Oh no!
So we're like, what is Di? So I'm like, I don't know. So we got home, we're like, oh, Princess Diana died. Okay.
It was also okay. I'm assuming no one else remembers this. They released a weird thing, like the Queen is in poor health, like message, and it was like,
and
what?
She's gone now.
And we're like, that's suspicious. You never talk about her health, and then she's dead. Okay, that makes sense.
Jill is asking if we have Blu-rays hooked up.
Yes,
I do. Look, I got my complete series Lower Decks, even though I have every season but 5. Actually, I have some seasons I have 2 of. Because I kept going to SCLV and I kept winning the DVDs of from trivia.
Yeah,
like twice.
Jill, that is my question. I regularly use it as a Blu-ray player, but I have a PlayStation 4.
You even have Section 31 on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Why?
Suck it up, haters. Look at that.
Don't encourage them.
Buy it, love it, learn it. That's right. But you can also watch Patton Oswalt on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
On Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, Mystery Science Theater. Okay. So.
I mean, I think there's multiple ways to watch Patton Oswalt on TV. He's a fairly
eventually
successful
this
actor.
season will be on Blu-ray too. I'll get that one.
I do because I probably use it more as a DVD player than because I have like a lot of older things that aren't necessarily streaming.
Oh, I have DVDs too, yeah, but
yeah. This is fair though, Joel. You do enjoy watching a bad movie.
Yes, most of those are on
I
Tubi.
also don't hate Section 31, so like it's not amazing.
No, it was just kind of a know nothing movie.
Yeah,
more than anything.
It
didn't defend me. It was just sort of like, oh, it happened. And now
although
it's
just
over.
the other night I watched the movie. What's it called? I'm gonna think. But anyway, it has William Shatner, and he fights the guy who played Oddjob in Goldfinger.
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, neither do I.
I was going to joke, and then you said...
I think it's called Impulse or something really... It's got a really lame name.
I thought it was going to be funny that you said it has William Shatner. It's going to be Miss Congeniality.
Well, he's in that too. Yeah, the movie's Impulse from 1974. It's such a nothing title, but he plays a con man who fights Oddjob from Goldfinger, and that's amazing.
And to be fair, till recently, I had a Blu-ray player... But when my brother got a PS5, he gave me his PS4, and it didn't really make sense to have both of them hooked up to one. I only have one TV. Like, and
it
so
still counts as a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, and my parents have more than one TV, so I said, "Do you want this extra Blu-ray player?" And they said, "Yes, please, thank you."
Yeah, there you go.
So I helped my parents get an extra one. But also, what I found funny is when I originally bought my original Blu-ray player, I was they were like. Kept charging more for a smart one, and I was like, but I don't need a smart one. I have a smart TV. Do you have dumb one for cheaper? No? Like
mine's funny. Mine says it has apps, but when you check, it's like, oh, it never worked. The apps never worked for that player, so it didn't. It was cheap.
Forget that like my TV has
I didn't pay for it. I paid for it, but not for the apps.
My TV technically has built-in apps. Paramount Plus hasn't worked in years, that app. My TV will run Paramount Plus.
You need to update me. I'm like, why? I don't use you except to watch TV. I just need a screen.
Yeah, this is true. And then
the Pure Strange New Worlds of May 2020.
It was.
Yep.
It was.
I became addicted.
Remember when we were doing this all the time?
Yes. Please don't put 3 shows on at one time. We're going to
That's
die.
why I have the Blu-ray. I don't get enough on Paramount Plus.
Remember when they were like overlapping the shows?
Yep. Just like they premiered both episodes of Strange New Worlds in the same week again. I don't think we need to do that anymore if there's not other Trek.
No, I feel like we...
First season, it's a good idea. But
not 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And also 2 episodes that have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
The total whiplash of watching those 2 episodes back to back.
Yeah, if it was the first time you'd watch Strange New Worlds, you'd be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't start with any show. I wouldn't start with an episode that says part 2.
Well, that's true.
I love when I first saw part 2 before part 1. And I
have done that back in the day. You catch a movie on TV, you watch the second half, and then try to find the first half somewhere to be like, what? How did they get there?
Metrons, that's how.
Yeah.
It's all Metrons.
I think we're almost. I think I was gonna say the salon is starting soon.
I was gonna say I hate to jump in, but I have to take off here soon. So.
Yeah. So everyone should go watch the salon. Hear whatever inappropriate things I say about the Metron.
Yes.
Everyone want to say,
and it's no longer a woman playing a Metron, and now it's a man. So look at that. But this man will now be chief engineer on some future Star Trek show because that's tradition. So,
everyone want to say where we can find you around the internet.
You can find me at Geek Filter on all the social media things except for Twitter.
That is fair. Joel.
I'm Joel, and you can find me. I'm on Twitter still because, well, I'm lazy. I'm Valis on Twitter, and you can also find me. I'm Valis at 10forward Social on Mastodon, and more importantly, now in Halloween season, I'm Ann Valisock on Letterboxd, where I'm currently in the middle of 100 horror movies in 92 days. I'm at 34. I didn't watch one today yet. I'll have to do that tonight. I have tomorrow off. I'll watch 3. But I did watch Impulse last night, where I watched William Shatner fight Oddjob from Goldfinger. Come on, people. I didn't even know that existed until 2 days ago. It's on Tubi. Go watch it. How could you not love that? It reminded me so much of the game Goldfinger, because Oddjob would always kill me when you play player versus player.
That's fair.
The game, like the movie? What?
Yeah. The game of Goldfinger, you could play all the legacy people in player versus player. This is for the old people in the audience.
I also played it.
Oh, you liked retro games. For you.
I played it with my brothers. I don't feel like it was. I was really young when we were playing it, so maybe it was retro at the time, and I
think it was PlayStation 1. I didn't even own it. Or was it Nintendo 64? Maybe.
I think
my brother owned it.
I think it was Nintendo 64.
I played it all the time with my brother because he had it. But
what was the game called?
Goldfinger.
See,
right?
Father, on the Oddjob train.
Oh yeah, Goldfinger. That's pretty popular.
Yeah, so I was also very bad at it, so I would always run out of bullets and then just be around with my hand being like, chop, 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 chop.
Came out. No, that's not right.
So I'm Rachel. You can find me here, obviously. I'm Dromadork884 around the internet. And I'm also on the actual play podcast Masks of Mayhem, where we play Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition. I got it right. If you want to check out, we also did a live stream last week. You can still watch where we were promoting our friend's superhero YA book. It's y'all are nerdy people, and she's trying to do a Kickstarter. So I feel bad watching her try to publish a novel because it's really good. I read it, but selling a book is hard.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
I gotta get out my home sale. I didn't take it out of my suitcase yet because I'm lazy.
Oh yeah, you need to do that.
Blind people on Tex-Trek with it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, it will blind you. I like it.
Yeah, it was a lot brighter than I thought it'd be. But
it was. There was one moment where it turned on. I was like, Jesus Christ. This is also a matter. I'm also dressed as Amelia Moon while this is happening.
Yep.
Okay,
what a day.
Yeah. So join us next. Remember to join tomorrow for the
deep dive
in-depth show, and next week for the season finale of Strange New Worlds.
Indeed.
Live long and prosper, everyone.
Anyone?
Bye.
Everyone.
I caught myself. Bye.
Subscribe to YouTube to watch the Tex-Trek podcast live or listen to us later on your favorite podcast platform. Follow Stephen Fothery on socials at TXTrek. Thank you and take care.